Hello everyone, nice to meet you here. I'm Jomhwan Rawang, student number 20060900002. And this presentation is part of the ILR 200 Introduction to International Relations course. Today I would like to talk to all of you about the impact of COVID-19 on China tourism economy. Okay, so first of all, I have questions to test if anyone knows the basics of issue or not. Do you know what COVID is caused by and how it's affect the world? For anyone who know the answer, you can write in the description box below. And for the answer, you will hear the answer from the information that I will present after this. And it is the topic that I'm going to talk about today. Okay, so I'm going to start with the information of China. People Republic of China is an independent state in East Asia. It is the most populous country in the world with over 1.4 billion people and is a single-party state ruled by Communist Party of China. Its capital is Beijing. China is divided into 22 provinces, 5 autonomous regions, 4 direct administrative cities, and 2 special administrative regions, including Hong Kong and Macau. And about the China geography, it is the eastern part of North Asia, north border Kazakhstan, Mongolia, Russia, the east border Kyrgyzstan, North Korea and Hong Kong, west border Afghanistan, Pakistan, Tajikistan, south border Bhutan, Burma, India, Laos, Nepal, and Vietnam. China covers an area about 9.6 million square kilometers in East Asia, as observed on the physical map of China above. The country has highly varied topography, include plains, mountains, plateaus, desert. As can be observed on the map, in the far northeast, high mountain range China border with the Russian Federations and from the higher elevations in the west, entirely thousands of rivers drain the country. The most significant include the Yangtze. It is the longest river on the planet, and the Halong, Mekong, Pearl, and Yellow. In the next is about the politics. The Chinese government is commonly referred to be a communist and socialist, but it also referred to absolute dictatorship, which nonetheless carry regulated in many sectors. The most well-known include the internet, media, and freedom of expression. Reproductive freedom and religious freedom encourage some individuals to oppose the lockdown policy, which lasted until the mid-1970s. The People Republic of China liberalization has resulted in less restrictive environment in the country government than previously exceed. Before, however, it's still far from the liberal democracy or social democracy that exist in Europe or North America, particularly in terms of right of the majority of the people. Furthermore, the National People Congress, the highest state agency, and referred to as an agency rubber stamp. The Communist Party of China and China government official political viewpoint frequently intersect. The president of People's Republic of China frequently act as the Communist Party of China or Secretary General. And about economy, from 1949 to the end of 1928, the People's Republic of China adopted the Soviet model of a centrally planned economy. There is no such thing as a private sector or capitalism. In 1928, economic liberalizations began. China economy led by investment and export and rapidly become the world's fastest expanding economic power. Now has the world's third highest nominal GDP, and if measured by purchasing power parity, China will be the world's second biggest economy, trailing only the United States. China is the member of the World Trade Organization, and after the United States and Germany, has the third greatest trade value, and the nation for international investment, attracting more than $80 billion in investment in 2007 alone. However, it came to the standstill until it was nearly total stopped. China required more than 20 years to make a leaps and bounds to become the world leader in industry and technologies in many fields of the world. Next is what is the issue? The issue is about an epidemic called coronavirus or COVID-19. And the COVID-19 pandemic began in December 2019 and was first observed in Wuhan. The World Health Organization has designed the outbreak a worldwide public health emergency in the capital of Hubei province in China, with the situation influencing every area of the world. As a result of the worldwide public health response, the rate of further infections had been reduced. As a result, there were limits on tourists, quarantines, and prohibitions on the leaving the house at night. The event has been cancelled, and there is also prohibitions on leaving the house at night. It also has an impact on the economy in every element of the world, such as tourism, the industrial economy, and exports. Why the issue is important studies? Reason 1. In terms of economies, this is due to China. It is a large country with numerous economic interests in particularly every sector, or is seen as a powerful force in many places throughout the world. This had a major influence on many countries as a result of the situations, which brought many economies, including China, to a standstill. The reason number 2. Based on the COVID-19 situations, there are several limits in place to limit the spread. This is a significant influence on the tourist industry, resulting in significant income and loss. As a result, each country continued to discover ways to rejuvenate its tourist business. As well as other factors, the situation cannot be handled indefinitely due to the introductions of new strains of the virus. There must always be a chance. The reason number 3. It's been 3 years since the COVID-19, and there is no indications of an end in sight. Furthermore, there is no way to completely avoid COVID or COVID. Focusing the will to constantly adjust to the conditions, generating a significant shift in the country's economy, and must also take into the considerations further incurrence. What is the impact of the issue on the country? Effect 1. At first, the Chinese tourist industry suffered significant losses as a result of the virus containment. As a result, significant immigration control measures were enacted, including the closing of various locations to limit the gathering of the large group of individuals. As a result, China cannot profit from trade abroad, at the same time being unable to accept foreign tourists into the country. Effect 2. China remains closed both in and out of which has been approved to enter the nations as certain visas. Of course, tourist visas, no permissions, making it from being the country with the most foreign travel in the world in China. In the pre-COVID period, becomes zero and negative to find the mean to restore. What is being done at a state level to address the issue? Given the COVID-19 issue, Chinese officials and tour operators see the answer as encouraging uh, Chinese tourists to travel as much as possible, implying that China has select a path to revive promote domestic tourism after recovering from the coronavirus. The Chinese government has offered more than 29,000 tour operators with subsidies totaling 7 billion yuan in order to refund clients who purchase excursions, but were unable to perform service because of the policy of closing this country. Moreover, during the government shutdown, both government and commercial entities are participant in content generations and online service delivery. Reach the intended audience, both have gone and have never had to wish to travel, with both live broadcasts from tourist place in the city where the situation is not very bad and include the use of stringent control measure. Both adopted regulations bearing the wearing of masks in public, as well as temperature monitoring, uh, examined the body status code or the QR health code. Furthermore, China has used the crisis as a chance to develop a program to boost rural tourism. Chinese officials even attempt it prior to the coronavirus era. China urges each community in China rural and disadvantaged area to organize communities, enterprises, to construct companies, create jobs such as agricultural organizations as part of the sustainable poverty alleviations programs. Hand, handicraft organizations and community tourism help to make a village or community area a tourist destinations. What is the impact of issue upon the world? Effect 1. The global supply chain will be impacted by the labor and raw material shortage, which will have an influence on the global economy. Because China is the world top producer and exporter of exterminate products. Production must be suspended because the Chinese authorities have increased control measures in response to COVID-19, which had wrought havoc on the economies. It is an anticipant that the world GDP will be reduced by 54 billion US dollars or 0.14% as a result of this impact in international trade. Effect 2. According to the International Air Transport Association, incidences of the outbreak are rare. Global tourism revenue will fall by 63 billion US dollar, with the Asian being the most affected, followed by other Europe, Japan, Italy, and Germany, all of which are major tourist destinations for Chinese tourists. While the Tourism Council of Thailand estimates that it will affect the Thai tourism for at least 6 months and cost more than 2,000 250 billion baht. What is being done at a system level to address the issue? This time, the United Nations has approved a capital of 60 million US dollars from the United Nations Central Emergency Response Fund, which is now providing assistance to battle COVID-19. The whole among its 75 million US dollars, another 3 million US dollar has been set aside from overseas funding and CERF money to assist organizations such as the World Food Programs in distributing necessities and personnel. Aid the World Health Organization in its effort to halt the spread of the illness, as well as assisting other UN agencies in the providing humanitarian aid and protecting individuals impacted by the outbreak, children, women, refugees, and internally displaced displaced people are included both in terms of diet and body and mental health care, water, and cleanliness, as well as nourishment and safety are all important considerations. So, in conclusions, as a result of this issue, China's and the world economics have suffered gradually. It's vital that all countries, not just China, maintain constant vigilance. Not only that, but you will have to find out how to heal, continue to support the country's tourist industry. China it became a closely regulated country, causing the present to be affected in the positive way, as well as creating a new trending tourist spot like Tiantushan, making people dare to visit the country more. And within the country, there is enough systematics re, rehabilitations to remove the models, restore Chinese tourism by encouraging Chinese tourists to travel in the country as much as possible. The and the demonstrated that China would never fail, since there is always a possibility to adapt and find a way to limitly things. Okay, so and this brings the presentation to the end. Thank you for your attention and for listening.